Hello everyone, welcome back to another Blade and Sorcery video. I'm going to be showcasing a mod that took me forever to figure out how to use. That is the Hunter's Arsenal from Bloodborne. Now, this mod can be quite complicated, so I'm here to walk you through all of it. So, we're gonna start with our lovely equipment page. So, oh, you can go down here and you can find all of your, yeah, I suggest you get the Yarnum weapons as well, but what you're mainly gonna need with this mod is the equipment pouch. This thing is so incredibly important. You basically can't do anything without it. So you put it on your hip. We're set. Now, I'm going to start with the trick weapons. I'm going to go through all of these. The Beast Cutter. You hold down the spell use button and flick it and let go at the same time, and it turns into a whip. Then you can either move your hand along the grip, or you can let go and grab it again to bring it back to normal. The Beast Salve. You hold down the spell use button, and then you flick it closed, and then you let go as you flick it. And it's the same the other way. Now, I suggest you hold it down by here, because if you hold it anywhere else, my hand is here in real life. It glitches out a bit, but you can just move your hand. Next up, the Blade of Mercy. Now this looks like a single blade, but thanks to our lovely test subject here, don't judge my height. If you grab the bottom of this weapon, it splits into two. You know what, I'll just grab some new ones. Can I have that? All the times for my game to bug. There. So, once you've got your blades, and you want them to go back in one blade, you hold it at the bottom, and you let go. Nothing fancy with these, just two swords. The Bloodletter. Okay, now, this thing, if you just want to mess around with it, and not have to worry about what it does, I very much suggest you turn Health Vision A off, and turn on player invincibility. I'm gonna turn on infinite focus and mana just because, but if you have Health Vision A on, you get that red line around your face. But what you want to do is you hold it to your chest and press the spell use button. Or the back. There. Now, you will slowly take damage from this weapon, but it is very, very cool. I like to use this spike here because I can be a bit of a pickle sometimes, but if you don't want to keep losing health, you can just press the spell use button and it'll retract. Very cool weapon. The Boom Hammer. That is the burial blade. I'll leave that for soon. The Boom Hammer. Now it's either you grab it with two hands and it does this, or you flick the back down. I'll show you that in a second, but it's usually just a regular hammer until you hit that part. Like there. Now that you've done that, whenever you swing it, fire will come out the back, and when you hit someone, they get sent flying and instantly die. Cool weapon. Burial blade. Big scythe. Yes, very cool. Now with this scythe, if you think it's too inconvenient, what you can do, is just grab the blade off of the scythe handle, and you can just put that on your back. So now you've got this cool blade here, but it's a bit heavy, so you can just put it back and it folds out into a scythe. Okay, very cool, yes. Moving on to the church pick. Looks like a big dagger, but when you hold the spell use button and you flick it outward like that, it turns into a giant scythe. The church pick. Oh, what is happening? I might have something's happening. I don't think the game really likes me. The Holy Moonlight Sword. Now, you need the equipment pouch for this weapon. So, what you do when you have it, is you put your hand at the base and slide it along. Turns into this. Now, you can hold the trigger with it, and send beams, but you need the equipment pouch to do that. And I like to do this because it's like I'm bringing the blade back in, but now it's back to normal. Now we're heading into weapons that took me a while to figure out. The Hunter's Axe. You hold the spell use button and push it forward. It gets big, then you just retract it with the spell use button, quite obviously. But yeah. The Kirk Hammer. This thing is a big hammer, but if you have an empty inventory slot, like an empty holster, and you hover it over it, so you see the holster, and then you press the spell use button, you'll hear that sound. That means you've gotten the blade out. So now it's like a great sword for you to stab your enemies with. Then you could put it over, and it says already used. But that is not the case. Press the spell use button. Hammer. Now something cool you can do is you can actually take the Kirk hammer off of your back. You can't put the sword in like this, sadly. But you can holster it again and fix the weapon. Now, Ludwig's Holy Blade. About the same, actually. Put it over an empty slot. Spell use button. Fixed. Yeah. Oh, okay. Now, this is the Rikuyu. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's like a rapier, but it's got a blade at the back. You can actually take this blade off and use it as a parrying dagger. Stop having an aneurysm! There. But very cool weapon, actually. I like it. The Reltapalash. Yeah, now, this is where we get into the guns. Now, it might look like just a rapier, but if you hold the spell use button and flick it down, it turns into this. Joe, hold still. And then you pull the trigger, and you can shoot people. Now, to reload, you hover your hand over your equipment pouch, and hold the spell use button. You'll hear that, you've got a bullet. Then, you hold the grip, so now you've got it. Then you hover it over the end of the gun, and press the spell use button again. That is how you reload any gun in this mod. The Rifle Spear. But this is a spear, obviously, but if you hold the spell use button and hit it to the ground, it turns into a gun. Actually, yeah, it turns into a blunderbuss. So now, buddy, hold still. Oh, failed to catch that one. And then you just do the same to reload it. Hover your hand. Oh, and if you hover your hand over top of the equipment pouch and hold down the spell use button, when you don't have a weapon or anything in your hand, you get a blood syringe. Now this will automatically turn on player collision. See, like I'm colliding with myself, but that means I can also stab myself and get health. But now I'm bleeding. The saw cleaver. Basically, you flick it out, it turns into a cleaver with a saw on the back. You know, usually you just use the threaded cane. This is like the beast cutter, except smaller, and the rope physics are nicer. And you can even just use it as a regular cane. But what I like about it, there is a spike just there, so see, you can stick it. Okay, now the Tonitrus. Press the spell use button, turns into a Tesla. You can either hold it near someone's head, like pretty close, or just thwack them, and they get tased. Sorry, blacked out for a second there. The Whirligig saw, I love this thing. So, if you hold it and press the spell use button, the saw blade starts spinning, and they cut really easily. But if you don't want the whirligig, hold it over an empty holster, press the spell use button, turns into a mace with a pointed end. Very cool weapon. Hang on, let me just... Now, we've completely finished the trick weapons. Onto the sidearms. These are where the equipment pouch gets very handy. Cannon. Self-explanatory. It's a cannon. A good one at that. You can reload it with cannonballs. I don't know why that was in slow motion. Weird sound. Now, you do need to replace your equipment pouch if it gets used too many times. The cannonballs, I really don't suggest you use the cannons because they really take up the equipment pouch's inventory, basically. Now, church cannon, same as the regular cannon, except it looks like it's from a church. Now, Evelyn. Basically just a big pistol. Now, because these guns don't use hit scan like Ghetto's firearms do, you need to be a bit far away to actually, like, you know, do something. But, the Fists of Gracia. These things are like old-fashioned knuckle dusters. And god, they are good. Oh, okay, now, in slow motion, they're even better. See what I mean? Hunters, the blunderbuss pistols, they're all just guns. It's pretty self-explanatory, but a flame sprayer, it's a flamethrower. You need the equipment pouch to make this spray flame. The Gatling gun, again, equipment pouch. You hold down the trigger and shred anything in your way. Now these heat up but cool down pretty quickly. Now, what else is on here? Repeating pistol, yeah, blah blah blah, there's some shields. This is the Rosemarinus. This thing... Oh, also don't be fooled by the repeating pistol. It does not repeat. You can just gas people with this. It instantly kills them if you do it close enough to their face. Breathe in the gas. Doesn't this smell... Fall over. Die. I don't like you. Anyway. That is the sidearms. Equipment, you've got blood vials, no idea what they do, what this does. Bullets, like the Quicksilver, a pebble, and the monocular. You can hold this up to your eye and press the spell use button to zoom in. Very nice. Now, the yarn-arm weapons are pretty basic, but if you want to, well, I just don't like the modeling on these as much. It doesn't feel as good as the Bloodborne weapons, but they all work the same. So, you're welcome for helping you figure this out. Took me quite a while, and you know what? I have these that are broken because old mod. Holy crap! I forgot how horrible this modeling was, but you know, oh god, my game just froze because I know just how to send us off here. The pan. A new mod. Did Ghetto make it, or did someone else make it? Okay, here we go. Goodbye, everyone. Say goodbye, Joe. Goodbye. And Joe is off. Barry is off. Alright, everyone. Thank you for watching, but goodbye. Crap, hang on, this is awkward. Yeah, you can look at my OBS. What's up?